Hey everybody, welcome to day number 39 in our summer WOD series. We are hitting up our HIIT day today, so you don't need any equipment. We're just going to be getting our heart rate up. We're going to be getting our core involved. We'll be on a timer. Go ahead and join me in kind of a little warm up while I talk through. Grab one knee, hold it up nice and high into your chest, and then rotate your ankle one direction and then the other. So we're going to do things just a little bit differently than sometimes we do in our HIIT sessions. We are going to go a little bit more for endurance, at least our first round. So we're actually going to be going cardio at a sustained pace for 2 minutes. Then we'll get a 1 minute little core interim, and then we're going to go back into cardio. So we'll switch up. We have 6 different rounds. 2 minutes, bring your knee up and around, and then back. 2 minutes of our sustained rate, right? So not pushing too hard, get your heart rate up, but more endurance rounds. Then after we get through those 6 sets, we're going to hit 30-second sets, so 30 on, 30 off, and we'll push those a little bit more. All right, other side. Knee up and around, then back, up and around, and back. One more. All right, go ahead and take a wide stance. See if you can get your outer edge of the foot about parallel to the edges of the mat, or if you don't have a mat, what feels parallel. And then just hug and suck your inner thighs up. So dig into your heels, knees are soft, hug your inner thighs, reach forward just a bit, let your hips push back, just find flexion and tension. Inhale, draw your abdomen in. Slide your shoulder blades down. Hug and suck and hug. It's just a good time to build awareness and flexion into those adductors. Perfect. And then exhale, come all the way forward. All right, just slide over to the right, slide over to the left. Get that little bit of movement in the pelvis. Straighten one hamstring, then the other. Generally, when you warm up, you don't really want to hold any stretch too long. It's just more dynamic movement, ballistic movement. Gets everything geared up and ready to go. All right. Come on up. Let's rotate and go into downward facing dog on your mat. Drive those hips up and back, pedaling out your feet. Get a little bit of a stretch. Wake up for those calves. We're going to be using them a lot. Our hamstrings and our quads. Grab tight through the core, bring your right leg up and outside your right hand, just sink and then put it back. Other side, take a time to grab your core, set it back to the right, push back, and back to the left. Good. Push back, widen out your feet. We're going to walk our hands back, take a little squat. Again, shimmy around a little bit, make sure everything's feeling all right and ready to go. Perfect. Okay, come on up. Give me a couple marches. Okay, so depending on what your body likes, what it needs, you can take your time, go at whatever pace feels comfortable for you. So our first set is a run in place for 2 minutes, followed up by a plank. If running doesn't work for you, you can march. Ready, set, and go. All right, so we're finding that sustained pace, but feel free to warm into it. Build awareness in your core, even focus in your pelvic floor, which of course is part of the core. And get your arms involved. Think about the direction the knees are going, hopefully straight ahead. Not doing anything too funky with your hips. Keeping your arms involved. All right, my heart rate's coming up. We're just over 1 minute in. Flexion into that core. Tall stance in the shoulders and upper back. "20 seconds left. Keep it up. Time. All right, plank. However serves you. If you need to, you can go into a bear hold, a cat-cow, or a dead bug. But you find what works your core. Okay, next up, after our plank, we will have jumping jacks. Tuck and hold. Find those flexions. Hug in under your rib cage, those low ribs, the sides, your back, the low abdomen. Using the core to hold your pelvis in place. Keep tucking, keep contracting, hold it together. We have 5 seconds to go. Time. Come up and to our jumping jacks. Same thing. You decide what you can get going to sustain for your 2 minutes. Again, be mindful of the direction of your hip joints. In our gate swings, we turn our toes wide, and jumping jacks pretty much straight ahead. So we're working our adductors to pull the legs in and our abductors to jump out. So feel your glutes and your thighs get involved, not just those calves. Try not to get sloppy with your upper body. Keep your core going. "38 seconds to go. After this, we're on our back for a dead bug. What can you get? Come on. Time. On your back. Tuck in. Make sure you don't lose that flexion in your trunk and torso. This takes self-flexion, self-restriction, self-opposition to keep it tough. Flex your quad, flex your toe back, flex your arm, your fingers, your hand. After this, we're going to get touchdowns. So it's a little curtsy hop. Get a little bit more into our legs. Feel some more heat there. Come on, core. Come on. Stay with it. Time. Bring it up. All right. So with this one, really keep track of your hips and shoulders. And then you go the pace that you feel comfortable with. So sometimes this one can get into your low back, and we keep that from happening by getting your core a little more involved. Kind of twist the opposite shoulder forward. So if your left leg's forward, right shoulder pulls forward, right leg forward, left shoulder pulls forward. If you can touch the ground, great, but try to drop your butt, not just your shoulders. 1 minute down, 1 to go. And our core is going to be a side plank. You can stay supported on your bottom knee if you would like. Or go that full side plank. 1 minute plus transition time. Or I guess minus transition time. "20 seconds. Lock that core, drop those hips. Time. Side plank. Whichever side you want to go for. Maybe take your top arm, tuck it behind, open the chest, but then stack up the hips. Tuck in the bottom of the rib cage. Push the hips a little higher. Lateral taps are next. We'll stand steady and just kick right leg out and then the left. Tuck it in, flex it up, find the heat in the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we go. Lateral taps. So you find that little section, stay in the middle, tap side to side with those legs. Getting that lateral movement, again, super good for your adductors. Those are your inner thighs, abductors, outer thigh, that outer glute. Find that core, support your low back. You're supporting the back by keeping the pelvis neutral. Feel like I'm speed skating. A little bit of leg burn, great. Focus on getting that heart rate up. Tighten in through the core. 40 seconds to go. Other side plank will be coming up after these. Come on, come on. You work your pace. Maybe you got some more speed, quick twitch muscles. Get those going. Time. On the ground. Other side plank. Make sure you have that space wherever you set your feet so that you can get the height in the hips. We're going mini jump squats next. So you can jump as low as you want, squat as deep as you want, jump as high as you want, but make sure that you can sustain for the 2 minutes. So don't burn out your thighs. You got to be able to keep it going. Come on, come on. Keep that hold. Open the chest. Tuck in. Time. Oh. All right, here we go. Line up those knees and toes. Try to land nice and even on those feet. "48 seconds to go. After this, we're going to have TikTok planks. Remember, keep this going. Find your pace and your range that pushes you, but you can sustain. Little endurance sets here. 20 seconds left. Time. Woo! TikToks. Elbows down. If these don't work for you, go to your hands and knees and do little accordion pulls, pulling your shoulder to your hip. Tuck and tighten. Find those obliques and the front of the abdominals. Tuck your tailbone. Next up, big kicker, the last one, squat thrusts. So it's a burpee without the push-up. You can do mountain climbers instead. You can go back time to jump squats or just do hinge and jumps. Whew. This one, pacing. I want to get that 2 minute mark without stopping. Make sure you can keep the core. We'll get our boat pose after these. Halfway. Strong quads, strong inner thighs, finding those adductors. Twenty-five left. Under 10. Time. Whew. All right, boat pose. On your butt. Bring your legs up. You can use your hands if you need. Flex your feet. Find your core. Scoop. Tuck the bottom ribs in. Pull the belly button back. Feel the tailbone tuck up toward the backs of your feet. Scan the body. What are you feeling? How are you mentally? Check in. Time. Whew, okay. We get a nice little mini break while I adjust my timer. So 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of our core, minus the transition. Hit your downward facing dog or your child's pose right now. So just 6 minutes left, and then we'll get our stretch. So we start off with our run in place. So this round, we want to really push our intensity level as much as we can. Trying to drive. This is definitely more that high intensity. All right. Here we go. Run in place first. Ready, set, go. Stand this way so I can hit my plank nice and quick. We'll have that front plank first. Three, two, plank. Hold your plank, flex it up. Next up, jumping jacks. Time. Jumping jacks. Side plank. Time. Side plank. Touchdowns are next. Getting into that breath. 10 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Finding as quick a switch as you can. Then we'll get that other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Lateral taps are next. Scan the body. Flex in where you want. Grab more under the ribs, more through the front of the belly. Time. Lateral taps. Nice quick shifts. Oh, we forgot our dead bugs. We're going to do dead bugs next. Three, 2, 1. Next up, jumping squats. Find what pushes your heart rate nice and high. Pack, pack, pack. Time. Try to get at least 1 per second. TikToks are next. Time. I got my 1 per second. Here we go. Tuck in. You find your pace. You can keep flexion. Time. Touch or squat thrust. Squat there, squat. Hit my head on those plates. You don't need a pace this time. Push your max. Time. Boat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie down. Woo. Arms are wide. Feet just a little bit wider than your hips. Rotate your knees to the left. Pack the back of your right shoulder into the ground. Put your left knee or left foot on top of your right knee. Now, check in. Still, try to keep that rib cage gently pulled down. Your core engaged a bit. Then feel that lengthening through the quad, iliopsoas, hip flexor. Okay, roll in. Reset. And we're going to do the other side. Rock your knees over to the right. Then place your right foot on top of the left knee. Pull that back side of the left shoulder in and down so it's pulling toward the ground. Now imagine that you're pulling your kneecap away from the hip and your hip away from the shoulder. Lengthen. Now maybe just tuck your butt a little, that left butt cheek. Oh yeah, long line of stretch. So good. Okay, release. Roll up. Plant onto that right foot. Interlace your hands around your left thigh or your left calf or your left foot. Now, try your best to get the leg straight as long as you're feeling the stretch through the back of the knee or your hamstring. If it's way up in the bottom of your butt cheek, bend your knee. That just means that you have a little bit of aggravation, hamstring tendinopathy. So bend your knee a little bit. We want to get that hamstring stretched. If you do struggle with that top of the hamstring, that butt cheek insertion area, then let's definitely work on rolling your glutes and building your butt, building your glutes, not overstretching your hamstring. All right, other side, lift it up. Wherever works for you to grab. Mental note, if one side feels a little different, scan the body. Notice where your breath and heart rate are at now. They should be pretty much totally settled. Beautiful. All right, we're going to flip it over. We're going to grab calves and pigeons. So left heel to the ground, wrap your right foot around it. Hopefully you're not slipping on your mat. Find the place where you feel that calf stretch. Ooh, there it is. A couple deep breaths. Now bring your right leg forward for your pigeon. 2 deep breaths. All right, other side. Press it up. Slide your right heel to the ground. Wrap the foot around. Feel that calf stretch. And then bring your left leg forward. All right. Great job. We're working on all sorts of different modalities. We have endurance training, high intensity training, intervals, heavy, light, twisting, solid. We're working it all so that we keep the body fluid, not complacent, not boring, challenging, and age well. Always take it where you're at. Slow down if needed. Drop weight if needed. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.